The swing era of music and dance had its heyday in the 30s and 40s and somewhat into the 50s, but the power and the legacy of that time spills over into 2007. Tonight through Sunday, there is a special celebration of that era with the Masters of Lindy Hop and Tap event at the Century Ballroom on Capitol Hill. And one of those masters is Dawn Hampton.
You know there's good and there's bad, happy and there's sad, but life is what you make it. There's real and there's fake.
And Dawn is a singer, a songwriter, dancer, longtime performer. She was part of the New York City cabaret scene and into the 1960s. The song you're hearing, Life is What You Make It, written by Dawn, is a nightclub standard. Dawn Hampton, we are fortunate enough to have her joining us live in the studio. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you both. Yeah, I wrote that song. I had had a thyroid operation and lost my voice for a year. And so the Spirit gave me the song, Life is What You Make It.
Oh,
because
it's a
the
beautiful
doctors
song.
had told me that I would never sing again.
Wow.
So I didn't even talk for a year, but then I sang.
And many others have been singing that song as well, haven't they?
Yes, it's pretty hot number.
It is a hot number, yeah.
So tell us what you're doing with the Masters series here in Seattle.
Well, I'm here with the Masters. I was very honored that they would ask me because I wasn't at the Savoy at the same time that Frankie and Norma and them were. But I played the Savoy. See, I'm also a musician. And my family band, we were the house band there for a hot minute in 1951. I knew the Savoy. But when I went there, we didn't call it swing dancing. We just danced. And now they call it swing dancing. It was the music that was swing. Now, my whole thing, we were just talking about how the music is so influential in the dance that a lot of young people nowadays weren't brought up with this music the way that I was and the way that a lot of people were. So they can't even begin to love this. And I always say, in order to love this dance, you have to love the music. And so the Masters are we who are getting together. And it's seldom that you get all of us together like this. We go all over the world, and they teach, and I talk a lot. I'm not really a teacher. I run my mouth. And so when she first asked us to do this, like I said, I felt very honored that she would ask me because I'm not one of the old crowd, although I'll be 80 next year. But I was born and raised on a carnival, so my whole experience with music and dance and entertaining is different than most people. But then when I'm around with Frankie and Norma and Sugar and them, and they all can relate back to the time, I was there, but we were in Indiana and the South and the Middle West. We were playing on carnivals and things while they were dancing at the Savoy.
And Lisa, did we meet Frankie?
We've had Frankie Manning in here a couple of times, and it's just a real treat. And I also got an opportunity to produce and turn some of Frankie's instructional VHS tapes into DVDs so that anybody all around the world can access those now.
What a great man he is.
We're just so lucky to have you guys in here. What a wonderful resource you are.
Well, he's phenomenal. He forgets nothing, which is a little scary sometimes. You can't do anything with Frankie and figure you're going to get away with it because he'll remind you about it down the road.
That's
someplace.
good. So how can we see you? Maybe even dance with you this weekend anyway?
Oh, yes. I'm going to be at the Century Ballroom. Well, I think we start tonight.
Yes,
and
you
we'll
do.
be there, and we're also doing two special shows where all of the Masters will be performing, where they will be doing not only dancing but singing and doing comedy and everything. The shows are going to be phenomenal, and if you can get to see them at all, I would advise you to get to see them because we don't have a lot of lights and we don't have fireworks and all that, but we are basically performers. I was raised to be a performer. And so consequently, what I do, when I tell people my name is Dawn Hampton, Hampton, that's because when I hit the dance floor, you smell the bacon. I know how to be an entertainer. And that is something that's kind of lost in the music world. I'm sure that you have seen movies of the big bands where the horns threw up their hands this way and threw up the horn this way, and sometimes the horns sang, the musicians sang, and they won't do that anymore because they went to school. They went to Juilliard and they learned how to be artists. but they're not entertainers. We are entertainers.
Yes, and you have certainly entertained us today, Dawn Hampton. Thank you. Life is what you make it, and you have made it a beautiful life.
Thank you very much.
It's such a pleasure to meet you, Dawn.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful stay in Seattle. And the next time you're in town, please come back and see us again like Frankie did.
Well, I want you to come to the Century Ballroom so
Thank
we
you.
can dance.
Kind invitation.
Get Eric on the dance floor.
I'm blushing.
Yes.
I'm blushing. Thank you very much. I
Bless
appreciate
you.
you being here. Okay.
Thank you.
KOMO 1000 News Time 422.